You know, have you ever stopped to think about the foods we eat every single day? Things like bread, pasta, even that healthy fruit juice? What if they're hiding a secret? A secret that's quietly, silently, speeding up the way we age. Well, today we're going to pull back the curtain on that secret, and I'll show you exactly how to flip that switch off. Let's get into it.
Oh, we've all been there, right? That sudden energy crash around 3 in the afternoon, or that feeling that you just have to have something sweet to finish off dinner. You probably just brush it off as a bad habit, or maybe you think you just have a sweet tooth. But what if that's your body trying to tell you something much more important is going on?
So, here's what we're going to cover. First, we'll talk about our hidden addiction to sugar. Then, we'll jump on the blood sugar roller coaster to see what it's doing to us. After that, we'll see exactly how sugar makes you age faster. And most importantly, we'll wrap up with 4 simple, powerful ways you can take back control.
All right, let's start with a really big idea. For a lot of us, our relationship with sugar, it isn't just about a choice we make. It's basically a form of addiction. Seriously, this isn't about willpower. It's about what's happening in your brain.
Think about this for a second. Our brain can get hooked on sugar in a way that's shockingly similar to how it gets hooked on things like nicotine or alcohol. When you eat sugar, your brain gets a hit of dopamine. That's the feel-good chemical, and you get this little rush of pleasure. But it doesn't last, and that's what creates this powerful, vicious cycle of wanting more and more.
So how do you know if you're stuck in this loop? Well, check out these signs. They might seem totally normal, but they can be major red flags. Things like, having a soda or a sweet tea every day, or feeling like a meal just isn't complete with dessert. Or, and this is a big one, that feeling that you need a sugar hit just to get your brain to focus. These are all classic signs that your brain has started to rely on sugar.
Okay, so if our brain chemistry is hooked, what's actually happening inside our bodies that's driving that constant craving? Well, it all comes down to something I call the blood sugar roller coaster.
A blood sugar spike is pretty much what it sounds like. When you eat sugar or those refined carbs, your blood glucose, your blood sugar, shoots way up, super fast. But here's the thing. What goes up must come down. And in this case, it comes down hard. Your body releases a ton of insulin to deal with the sugar, which then causes your blood sugar to crash, leaving you tired, cranky, and guess what? Craving more sugar.
And this right here, this is the trap. This is the cycle that keeps us coming back. Step 1, you eat the sugar. Step 2, you get that quick little dopamine pleasure hit. Step 3, your blood sugar goes on that wild ride, spiking up, then crashing down. And step 4, at the very bottom of that crash, your brain is basically screaming for another fix to get its energy levels back up, and bam, the intense cravings and hunger are back. It's a cycle that feeds itself.
Now, this whole cycle isn't just about feeling tired or craving snacks. The real danger here is in the long term, hidden damage. Every one of these spikes is like flipping a little switch inside you, a silent aging switch. It does this slow, cumulative damage that literally makes you age faster, from the inside out.
Let's break down the 3 main ways this happens. First up, oxidative stress. All those sugar spikes create these nasty little molecules called free radicals that damage your cells. On the outside, that means wrinkles and sagging skin. Second, there's something called glycation. This is where excess sugar sticks to proteins, creating these harmful things called AGEs. And yes, the acronym is literally AGEs. How perfect is that? They make your skin stiff and damage your organs. And finally, all this triggers chronic inflammation, which is a key driver behind so many of our modern diseases.
And the damage goes even deeper than what you can see in the mirror. It hits our most critical systems. Take your pancreas. It gets totally exhausted from constantly pumping out insulin to manage the sugar, and that can lead straight to insulin resistance. Your cell's little energy factories, the mitochondria, they get overworked, which slows down your whole metabolism. And in your brain, these constant ups and downs lead to brain fog, poor memory, and can even increase your long-term risk for dementia.
All right, I know that was a lot of bad news, but here's the good news, and it's really good news. You are not powerless here. Not at all. It is absolutely possible to get off this roller coaster and to flip that aging switch back to the off position. So let's talk about 4 really simple, practical things you can do to take back control. Okay, so here's your 4-step action plan. Super simple. Number 1, eat your fiber and protein first in a meal. This one little trick dramatically slows down how fast your body absorbs sugar. 2, cut out liquid sugar. Sodas, sweet teas, juices, they are the absolute fastest way to spike your blood sugar. Just get rid of them. 3, After you eat, take a short walk. Even just 10 minutes helps your muscles soak up all that extra sugar floating around. And number 4, maybe think about intermittent fasting. Just giving your body a longer break from food gives your pancreas and your whole system a much-needed rest.
When it comes right down to it, I want you to think of this whole thing as a switch, a silent aging switch inside your body. And with every meal, every snack, every choice you make, you are the one with your hand on that switch. You control when it gets flipped on and when it gets flipped off. So I'm going to leave you with this one question. You don't have to overhaul your entire life overnight. That's not how change works. But based on everything we just talked about, what is one small thing, one little change you can make today? Because the choices you make with your very next meal, those are the choices that are going to protect the you of the future.